Surviving a frozen hell. In the vast, desolate expanse of the Arctic wilderness, a young Inuit boy is mercilessly abandoned by his alcoholic parents. Left to fend for himself in the harsh environment, the ice and the snow his solitary companions, the boy struggles to survive but doesn't surrender to despair. The bitter cold is a relentless adversary, piercing him to the bone, challenging the boy to coax a flame from the scarce, frozen resources. The blinding white landscape provides little sustenance. Every meal is a triumph wrestled away from the brink of starvation. And yet, the boy perseveres, shamelessly pilfering food and creating a makeshift shelter from what is available: reindeer hide, driftwood, snow. Danger is omnipresent, always lurking in the wings. The boy rescues himself several times from the jaws of death. Once, he almost loses his life to a merciless blizzard, lost in a fog of swirling snow and biting wind. Another time, he narrowly escapes becoming a hungry polar bear's dinner, outsmarting the beast in a heart-stopping chase. Amid this living nightmare, the young survivor becomes exceptionally resourceful. He learns to respect and manipulate nature, to make it work for his survival. He learns to read the signs, the position of the sun, the direction of the wind, the subtle shifts in the terrain. He learns to hunt, not with power, but with patience and stealth. The boy, against all odds, learns to live again, not by choice, but sheer necessity. But beyond mere physical survival, the boy faces an intense, internal struggle. Isolation eats away at his sanity, and the echoes of his past haunt him. Memories of abuse, pain, and neglect, however, fuel his determination to survive. He crawls out of the abyss of despair, his meager existence morphing into a testament of human resilience. This isn't just a tale of survival, but a testament to the unwavering human spirit. A boy disregarded by society and forsaken by his loved ones transmutes his trauma into a force of unimaginable strength. In the brutal and barren tundra, the abandoned boy becomes a man, proving beyond a doubt that adversity, however formidable, can be overcome. The labyrinth of a deceitful childhood. A seemingly perfect family lives in an affluent neighborhood, their outwardly charming existence a crystal chalice filled to the brim with the darkest of secrets. The young daughter of the family carries the weight of these secrets on hunched shoulders, her smiles concealing the blackened heart rot beneath. Often, the echoes of raised voices and the sound of crashing ceramics slip through the cracks of finely curtained windows. Behind closed doors, the girl's parents fall and rise in the throes of violent battles, a solemn symphony of quietus, composed night after night. Their arguments don't spare anyone, not even the innocent spaces that should have filled with laughter and childhood memories. Within the gilded cage of her house, the girl finds herself treated like a doll, adored only as long as she remains silent, her existence warped into a startling semblance of the perfect child. Her world is dictated by the whims of parents who swing between love and venom, their affection as cruel as their scorn. Yet, in this abyss of abuse and manipulation, she discovers her power. She uses the horrors in her home to chisel herself into a steel representation of resilience. Her grasp of reality, though tested, remains unbroken. Like a diamond enduring immense pressure, she shines even in the darkest corners of her life. A chilling tale of endurance unfolds, as she negotiates the labyrinth of her deceitful childhood, weaving a story of resilience at every turn. The young girl transforms her trauma into wisdom, ensuring it never defines her. Her strength serves as a shining beacon illuminating the darkness, her spirit refusing to be crushed. A nightmarish childhood morphs into an undeniable testament to inner strength. The young girl's bravery in the face of pain reveals an inspiring story of surviving abuse and creating an identity despite it. This is the saga of a survivor who has taken the blows of life, only to rise with a ferocious will to fight, revealing the awe-inspiring strength of the human spirit. Embracing the whispering shadows, in the consuming darkness of mental illness, a woman descends, her world crumbling around her, fragment by fragment. Paranoia engulfs her senses, painting innocuous faces and harmless conversations with a sinister palette of imagined threats. Caught in the relentless grip of schizophrenia, she staggers through her days, tormented and terrified. She feels constant unease watching over her shoulder in fear for her life from invisible enemies. She suspects her loving husband of sinister plots and her children of espionage. She even sees her food infused with poison designed to end her life. The world, once a beautiful mosaic of experiences, turns into a threatening jigsaw puzzle that fails to make sense, no matter how she pieces it together. Her struggle is a solitary one, a lonesome soldier battling an invisible enemy within the trenches of her own mind. Externally, she walks around with an impassive face, concealing the whispering shadows lurking within every crevice of her waking thoughts. Every interaction feels like an assault, every place, a potential battlefield. And yet, somewhere within the recesses of her disturbed psyche, a flicker of hope survives. An ember of her past self remains, reminding her of the world beyond her perceptive darkness. She believes in her ability to conquer the shadows and reclaim her life from the clutches of her tormentor. She fights each day, one whispering shadow at a time, her strength growing with each passing moment of lucidity. It is a harrowingly poignant narrative of a woman wrestling with the demons of her tortured mind, fighting to regain control of her mirage-like life. She battles not just for herself, but for the beautiful family that patiently waits for her on the other side of the whispering shadows. Her tale becomes a testament to human resilience, a portrait of struggle and survival painted on the edgy canvas of mental health. The story of her journey is both a wake-up call to the realities of living with mental illness and an unyielding testament to the strength of the human spirit. Victory over the demons of war. A soldier triumphs on the battlefield only to face a fiercer enemy within himself. He comes home cloaked not just in the glory of victory but is also shackled by the gruesome memories of warfare. Post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, is the relentless enemy, threatening to rob him of his sanity. His sleep is haunted by nightmares, reliving the brutalities of war day after day. His waking moments are not spared either, often triggered by innocuous sights and sounds, suddenly plunging him back into the bloody battlegrounds. He flinches at even carefree laughter, his raw nerves equating it with screams of the fallen. His relationships strain under the hidden weight of his trauma. He retreats into his shell, unreachable even to his loved ones, their help and concern deflected by his impenetrable walls of pain and paranoia. He stands isolated, a solitary figure in a crowd, his inner turmoil hidden from the world's eyes. But amid these stormy waves of psychological torment, we witness a remarkable resilience. The soldier embarks on a journey of healing, a grueling battle with the demons of the past. Therapy becomes his ally, his weapon of choice and the vast minefield of PTSD, his battleground. As this new fight ensues, there are times when he stumbles, loses small battles, succumbs to the cold grip of despair, but war has honed this warrior. He refuses to back down, does not accept defeat. He stays on the grueling path to regain his peace, each slow and steady step a declaration of his indomitable spirit. This story showcases the hidden struggle of soldiers, the dark side of victory. The soldier's internal war against PTSD offers a truly inspiring saga of resilience. His perseverance in the face of adversity serves as a stark reminder of the quiet strength that lies within us all. This tale resonates deep, revealing the stark realities of after-war effects, reminding us that victory is fraught with its haunting shadows, and survival is often a warrior's hardest battle. Dancing in the abyss of regret. A woman stares into the depths of her past, trying to make peace with the corrosive guilt that gnaws at her conscience. A former drug addict, she crawls back from the abyss of addiction only to be haunted by the scars of a life she once led, and the daughter she abandoned in the destructive process. She lives each day with a heart burdened by remorse. Her journey towards recovery is tainted by the unbearable awareness of her past. It encompasses not only the physical addiction but the emotional weight of the relationships she severed, the trust she shattered, and particularly the relationship with her daughter which she left in ruins. Her life, once dominated by substances, is now dictated by repentance and a profound sense of loss. Images of her neglected child invade her thoughts, the shadows of past errors following her like a persistent ghost. She is relentlessly tormented by the face of her innocent daughter, her biggest victim. Yet, within the cacophony of guilt and regret, the woman finds a beacon of hope. She decides to face the music, confront her past, and strive to heal the wounds that she inflicted. She painstakingly ventures to rebuild the derailed relationship with her daughter, seeking forgiveness and offering a mother's love imbued with newfound wisdom and endurance. The woman's journey paints a raw and unforgiving picture of the aftermath of addiction. Her struggle with guilt offers a glimpse into the long-lasting impacts of addiction that extend beyond the individual and ripple destructively through their lives. It is a test of resilience, a baptism by fire from which emerges a woman who is not defined by her past mistakes but rather their consequent reparations. From the ashes of addiction and regret, she rises, forever changed and yet beautifully resilient, a testament to the human spirit's fabulous capacity to heal and rebuild.